Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today I want to show you a little device I picked up. Device, tool, I don't know what you want to call it. Something I picked up at the local hardware store that helps you pull weeds without having to bend over. Crawl on your knees, sit on your butt, whatever. Let me grab it out of the shed here and I'll show you what it's all about. So what I have here is the Fiskars stand-up weeder. No, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. So if any of you think that that's what's influencing this video, you're wrong. I just think it's kind of a neat device that I've been using over the past couple of months, and I wanted to share with you all because you might be like me and you're not getting any younger and you need a backiotomy to replace some of these things in your lower back and the spine that don't work like they used to. Anyway, let's take a little bit deeper dive and see what this thing's all about. Get you guys up a little closer on the handle here to show you what's going on. As you can see, the little stick figure guy, you just push down on the head of the unit, you hold it down, rock it back, and then eject the weed off. Pretty simple. Stand-up weeder. Apparently it's an easy way to do this without having to bend over and or use chemicals to get rid of weeds. And again, just to get you closer here to the front, how this works is you're pushing these down on the ground. And when you rock it back, it's gripping the root of the plant, and then you can just yank it up out of the ground. And when you get yanked up out of the ground, you just discharge it like so, opens the teeth back up. So let me show you a couple applications where I found this works pretty well. Now, a lot of you, like me, if you're watching this, don't like having weeds in the yard. I generally use some broadleaf spray, some type of herbicide, some 2,4-D of that nature. You can see here I got a big old weed and it literally will not go away. So I've used this on a couple of these before. All you do is you take the device, put it over top of it, you push it down on the ground, you hold this back piece, and then you rock it back. And it will pull it out of the ground. Now you got to make sure you get it centered over top of the unit, and then it'll yank it out of the ground right by its roots. Right? And you use this little handle to eject it off. So you don't even have to bend over. Now this is a little bit bigger one than normal. So it's kind of got a more established root system way down in there. But it works all the same. Just like so, yanks it right out of the ground. Now this device does work pretty good in weeds throughout the yard, but over here in like mulched areas, I also find it to be beneficial. Actually, and honestly, where I've been using it the most, because I'll spray the yard. I don't care. Here, I don't want chemicals really near. These are raspberry bushes. But the same story here. You just set it in there, pull it back, and it pulls the weed right out by the root. This is where I use it mostly because, again, I don't care so much about the yard and using 2,4-D, but I don't really want it around the stuff I'm eating. Again, yanks out right by the root. This is a heavy mulch area, but weed seed will still grow in the mulch. And again, it works really well, in my opinion. So we got all these weeds around this tree growing, and I want to get them out. So we'll see here how well this works. Set her centered right on the top of the weed, push down, rock back, pulls the weed right out by the stem, just like that. You're going to get some clover growing around the outside, which this isn't going to do super well with because it's kind of growing over top of the ground versus in. But all these other weeds, I got a couple small ones left to get out of here, but you see how well it really does work, and you don't have to bend over. I need to add some more mulch on this. This is part of the reason why the weeds started to grow anyways. They were just a very thin layer, but that's not the point of the video here. I just want to show you guys how this works. Definitely not a one size fits all. It's a one size fits most, especially with these larger broadleaves and like dandelions and stuff. Works really good to grab the roots of it. Let me show you the other section of the property. I've been using this in a lot, or using it in the most. Besides, that's the first time I've done these trees. But I'll show you the flower bed up front, or the mulched area around my evergreen trees, and I'll let you be the judge of how well this works. Where I've planted these arborvitae, we get some stuff growing up in the mulch, not very much. Again, don't want to bend over. So let me show you how it works up here in a little different area of the property. Pulls it up right out of the ground. Broadleafs is where this thing really excels because of its larger root system on the bottom. So what Jim and Bob over there are probably screaming is, Kyle, would you recommend it? Overwhelmingly, I would tell you, yes, it's worth trying it. You know, if you look at the reviews on Amazon as well, I will put an affiliate link down below to Amazon to this. Again, remember, if you use that link, I get a little commission off of it, but it's a great way to support the channel, at least if you like what I'm doing here on the K6 Outdoors YouTube adventure. So yeah, I would check it out. You know, again, it's worked well for me. It's not a one size fits all. It's one size fits most, like I've mentioned, and it does a really good job. You know, I haven't been concerned about it breaking. It's a nice aluminum handle, you know, steel grabbers. You know, I haven't been nice to it. Let's just put it that way. And again, I would tell you that I would be less likely to do this lawn work had I not have something like this. But you know, it helps get the job done, and then I don't have to use any chemicals. You know, I don't have to use any more chemicals than I need to. I know others look at the comments too, so leave your thoughts and, you know, down below. People will look at that and try to say, hey, is Kyle full of himself? Well, yeah, I generally am, but I'm giving you guys my unbiased and honest feedback as always, and I wouldn't recommend something that I didn't buy myself. And if I didn't like it, you would surely know. Thanks for stopping into the channel today, guys. If you guys like the content, I'd appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, follow along, doesn't cost you guys a dime. And you know, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't, man, can't stand up straight. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down, but let me know what I can do to make this content better, because the purpose of this channel is to learn this stuff the hard way so you guys don't have to, and to let you all try to spend your money a little more wisely today. Lord knows the inflation has gone through the roof. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to pulling some weeds here and try to get this finished up so I can get one more thing off my list. List just keeps getting bigger. Oh, there's a big one. Reloaded.